Welcome to Session 1, an introduction to anatomy and physiology of the human body. This is part of the NMTO 4103 course. By the end of this session, you are expected to be able to define common terms in anatomy and physiology, identify the organization of the body as a whole, and identify the human cell. Anatomy is the study of the structure and shape of the body and body parts, and their relationship to one another. Physiology is the study of the functions of the body systems, which includes the physical and chemical processes in living organisms during life functions. Physiology concerns basic activities like reproduction, growth, metabolism, and contraction, carried out within the cells, tissues, organs, and organ systems. Essentially, it is the study of how the body and its parts work or function. Let's cover some common terms. Medial means toward or at the midline of the body. Lateral is away from the midline. Proximal is close to the origin of the body part, or the point of attachment of a limb to the body trunk. Distal means further away from the origin of a body part. Superficial is toward or at the body surface. Deep is away from the body surface and more internal. The axial part makes up the main body axis, including the head, neck, and trunk. Appendicular refers to the appendages or limbs. Superior or cranial is toward the head end, while inferior or caudal is away from the head or toward the lower part of a structure. The organization of the body starts at level 1, the chemical level. This includes atoms and molecules, which combine to make organelles, such as cell membranes, mitochondria, and ribosomes, which determine cell function. For the body to function well, there must be an equilibrium between the internal and external environments, known as homeostasis. This dynamic balance is kept within narrow limits, and if threatened, it poses a serious risk to the individual's well-being. Factors maintained within narrow limits for homeostasis include temperature, water and electrolyte concentrations, pH, blood glucose level, oxygen and carbon dioxide levels, and blood pressure. Control systems maintain homeostasis by detecting and responding to internal changes. A control system has three basic components: detectors, the control center, and effectors. The control center determines acceptable limits and integrates information from the detectors, adjusting the output to the effectors when needed. The control system mechanisms include the negative feedback mechanism and the positive feedback mechanism. In the negative feedback mechanism, the effector's response decreases or negates the original stimulus, restoring homeostasis. Examples include the regulation of blood sugar and temperature. An example is thermoregulation. When body temperature falls, specialized nerve endings detect this and send information to the hypothalamus in the brain, which is the control center. The control center's output activates effectors to raise the temperature. These mechanisms include shivering, narrowing of blood vessels in the skin, and behavioral changes like putting on clothes. Conversely, when the body temperature rises to the normal range, the nerve endings cease to stimulate the control center cells, stopping the effector output. Most homeostatic controls use negative feedback to prevent sudden changes. Positive feedback mechanisms are fewer in the body. In these, the stimulus progressively increases the response, amplifying the effect as long as the stimulus continues. An example is uterine contractions during labor. Homeostasis imbalance arises when control of the internal environment is inadequate and a factor falls outside the normal range. Failure to achieve homeostasis can lead to an abnormal state that threatens health or life. Level 2 of body organization is cells, the basic units of structure and function in living things. Cells may serve a specific function, such as blood cells, nerve cells, or bone cells. Level 3 is tissues, made up of cells similar in structure and function working together to perform a specific activity. Examples are blood, nervous, and bone tissue. Humans have 4 basic tissues: connective, epithelial, muscle, and nerve. Level 4 is organs, made up of tissues that work together to perform a specific activity. Examples include the heart, brain, and skin. Level 5 is organ systems, groups of 2 or more tissues working together for a specific function for the organism. The human body has 11 organ systems, including the circulatory, nervous, and skeletal systems. Level 6 is organisms, entire living things that can carry out all basic life processes, such as taking in materials, releasing energy, growing, and reproducing. Organisms are usually made up of organ systems. The human body is made up of 11 main systems. The cardiovascular system's distinct function is to pump blood, with the heart as the central organ. The digestive system is complex and transforms food into energy. The endocrine system controls the body using hormones to stimulate metabolic activities. It includes glands like the pituitary, thyroid, and adrenal glands, releasing hormones into the bloodstream. The immune system is the body's main defense against all foreign substances, protecting us from bacteria and other threats. The excretory system gets rid of body waste products. It is composed of multiple organs, with the kidneys being the main organs, responsible for filtering wastes and purifying blood. The integumentary system, commonly known as the skin, enwraps the body and serves several purposes. It is composed of the epidermis and the dermis. The muscular system is the largest system, with muscles located in almost every region, including the limbs. Muscles are unique because they can contract, setting them apart from other tissues. The respiratory system supplies the body with oxygen. It includes the nose, mouth, larynx, pharynx, trachea, bronchi, and lungs, facilitating the inhalation and exhalation of air. The skeletal system consists of over 200 bones bound by ligaments. Bones are classified into short, long, flat, and irregular types. The reproductive system or genital system is concerned with reproduction. It is responsible for the existence of the species and includes external and internal organs like the gonads. The nervous system has two divisions: the central nervous system, including the brain and spinal cord, and the peripheral nervous system, which includes all neural tissue outside the central nervous system. It is further divided into motor and sensory systems. In summary, anatomy is the study of the structure and shape of the body and its parts, and physiology is the study of the body system's functions. The body is organized into 6 levels: chemical, cells, tissue, organ, system, and organism. This video has covered definitions of anatomy and physiology, the concept of the human cell, and the organization of the body. Review the content to ensure you can define these concepts and functions. Here are the references used in creating this video.